As you can see, I've changed locations because someone was being a brat. I wonder who could it be? So Tricky Born Studios asked the question: who would win in a fight? Robo Knight from Power Rangers Megaforce, I believe it was, or RoboCop, the '80s RoboCop, not the new one. Now, going with RoboCop, that's actually a pretty simple one. Murphy was a cop in Detroit, and he unfortunately got his ass kicked and mutilated. His hand blown up. He was blown to pieces. Very little of him was left, so they put him in a cybernetic body. And RoboCop, the prime directives. He's got a hand cannon in his leg, all of that. So RoboCop is basically a cyborg. He's extremely slow. Like, he's not built for speed at all. He's very tanky, but in a way that a tank is described. He can take a lot of damage. He can tank laser bolts. We've seen that. He's capable of surviving explosions in the sewer. Capable of coming out of that without a problem. He can reverse a hydraulic press. So his strength, it means he's capable of hitting and pushing in at least the several tons range. He's got a computer. His human brain is combined with the computer analyzing system, which means he can analyze scenarios and deal with them accordingly. He can actually shoot bullets out of midair with the help of his targeting system. Because though he still has a human mind, he can actually think things through in a different. He can see things from a different angle than a computer could. I don't remember the name of the gun, but he carries pretty much a freaking hand cannon that's an automatic or almost a semi-automatic handgun. He keeps in his leg. It's just a powerful freaking handgun. He's got armaments, basically grenades that have different levels to them. Level 3 can blow a steel door off its hinges. So imagine what level 10 can do. As I kind of mildly quote Death Battle when they did Terminator versus RoboCop. He's also got plenty of weapon attachments, including missile launcher, flamethrower, machine gun. He also has a hypersonic jetpack. Yeah, that's a thing. Now he needs to recharge every 24 hours, but whatever. That is what it is. And yeah, I mean, he's for all his pluses. He's still human, technically speaking. He's got his organic parts are a weakness. He's got a heart. He's got lungs, I believe. He's got his face, his brain. So that's all still a weak spot. Now with Robo Knight from Megaforce, he's one of the 6th Rangers. Now, for those of you who don't pay attention to Power Rangers very often, there's always the core 5 Rangers, but then there's the 6th Ranger, who is always the strongest of the Rangers. Seriously, there was the Green Ranger and / White Ranger, who was right off the bat just stronger than all the other Rangers. So it happens every time. The 6th Ranger is always the strongest Ranger. He, however, is unique in that he is an artificial Ranger. He's apparently hence Robo Knight. He is an artificial intelligence that they made a Ranger, but he was dormant for so long that he kind of lost some of his programming and there was some damage to him. Overall, though, he's still got the skill of any Ranger around him. He can move faster. He probably has a speed and strength comparable to a Ranger, if not slightly enhanced, being artificial intelligence. He wields. One second, I'm going to get that back up. Robo Knight, because I want to make sure I got the names of this stuff right. Robo Knight. Robo Knight. Robo Knight. Yeah. That's the theme song. I'm giving you a theme song. Robo Knight. Robo Knight. Yeah. Okay. So he has the He has something called the Robomorpher. Now, he's also got he's got Vulcan Cannon, which is essentially his personal ammunition, which resembles a Gatling gun, combines with a Robo Blaster or Morpher to add aforementioned Gatling properties to weapons. Robo Blaster / Blade is his personal weapon, which functions as both a blaster mode and sword mode, capable of providing slash attacks. The Robo Morpher, now in Power Ranger and the Vulcan Cannon is basically a combination of the three. Now, in Megaforce, the Power Rangers use things called power cards to access different abilities. But unlike the other Rangers, he doesn't use a power card. He uses something called called the Robomorpher, which basically it looks like a phone. He dials a 3-digit code, and God, there's so many different things to coach. And then he has access to whatever thing he wants to use. Uh, Unnoted uses are 1 second here. Uh, Elemental attack like Rock Rush summons giant rocks. Twist Tornado summons a large transparent whirlwind. Lightning Strike summons storm clouds to launch lightning bolts. Seashore summons several jets of water. Ice Stop blasts out a cone of frost that freezes anything in path. Blast out a cone of frost in a whirlwind and freeze storm. Triangleable merges the energy of the sky, land, and sea powers. Its effects can be duplicated through the simultaneous use of Twist Tornado, Sparquake, and Preshover cards. Okay. He also has Defense of Wall and Wind, Poison Ivy to basically ensnare a target, and probably a few other things I'm forgetting. But another thing that's very unique to him is that he himself is a Zord. He can turn into the Lion Zord. Specifically, 1 second, Lion Zord. Access to his form through a power card. Its attack is Robo Ram, consistently rams enemy. Essentially, he is a ranger who happens to be a Zord. Now, his Zord form can combine with let's see here, the Lion Mechazord, which combines, and this sounds weird, combined with a dump truck becomes the Lion Mechazord. It can form laser attack, shooting an enemy beam, and unleashing a torrent of missiles. A dump truck. Okay. Now, height-wise, it's about 2.5 meters tall, width about 3.5 meters long, lengthwise 3.7 meters long. Speed can move up to 300 kilometers. And let me see if I can get any stats on the actual Lion Zord. Let's see now. Okay, let me go back to Lion Zord. Anything on Lion Zord that's actually, legitimate. Lion Zord. Come on. Why? Okay, let's try this one. That gonna work? That one gonna work. It doesn't really do anything besides that, but yeah. So yes, obviously he has the training of a ranger. He's got the martial skills of a ranger. But will that be enough to take out RoboCop? So let's say that the Megaforce are for some reason in New Detroit. It is Megaforce. I think it's in the future, so why not? We can make that assumption. And, they're there, and crime's going rampant, and Robo Knight just suddenly tries to stop crime, and him and RoboCop means like, stop, citizen, unknown AI, you will stop right now, you are under arrest. Like, I am not under arrest, I don't know what Robo Knight sounds like. It's like, Dojo, I'm trying to save the day. And she's like, yeah, dead or alive, you're coming with me. And then Robo Knight just throws RoboCop at Ryan. It's like, I don't think so. And then their fight commences. Now, in a pure speed sense, Robo Knight's got the edge. He's still got the flexibility, the speed of a Power Ranger that's just human. So he's able to move a lot quicker than RoboCop. RoboCop can analyze him, and I'm certain he can analyze RoboCop to some degree, and eventually, pick that right moment to, just boom, like clothesline or something like that. To which Robo Knight would feel that. Robo Knight, immediately then starts to pull out his armory and just fires like, the Vulcan cannon or Vulcan blast or whatever. Just boo doo doo doo. RoboCop's just do do to get the music going, and then just pulls out his gun and just starts shooting at Robo Knight. Robo Knight could probably easily take his handgun blasts. I don't think that's a question. Robo Knight then switches to his blade, tries to cut down RoboCop, but RoboCop's durable. He ain't having it. RoboCop then switches over to armaments, fires a missile launcher. Boom! Robo Knight just gets thrown back. Now he's getting up. He's damaged. Fire starts. The flamethrower comes in. I forgot the big 50 cal. Basically, the anti-tank goes boom. Nothing's left. So he's basically wailing on the pain at Robo Knight in this case. Robo Knight really can't get any damage in on him really. It's just RoboCop's just too durable. He uses his morpher, and as RoboCop's about to just blast him away with the big gun, a lightning bolt comes down. He uses a lightning star, then RoboCop just hits that. Now, that would stir RoboCop up. It wouldn't take him down completely, but it would, because if you remember in the second one, if anyone ever saw RoboCop 2, he was able to overcome his actual programming that like because they put too many directives in that was causing him to go crazy, but basically electrocuting himself and resetting himself. So that would probably like give him like a system reboot kind of going in on him. Just reboot, rebooting, and then Robo Knight takes advantage of this and just starts throwing out elemental attacks, which RoboCop wouldn't have any defense against. However, eventually he would be set and get his jetpack going and get in the air, and then Robo Knight can't really hit him at that point. I mean, he's trying to hit him with like lightning, water, whatever, but RoboCop's moving too fast for him. So now he's like time to end this. But it throws basically level 10 armament at him or grenade. It's about to go off, and then just Lion Zord, and then transforms into Lion Zord. Probably goes full Mecha Sword because he can see that this thing. He's probably able to get the grenade off him type before it explodes, and then Lion Zord transforms. Explosion. Still probably takes some brunt, but as a Lion Zord, he's bigger and more durable. Therefore, he can take the explosion. So now you're looking at probably the Mecha Lion Zord versus RoboCop, and RoboCop's definitely fought big guys. I mean, he fought the Ed 209. He fought RoboCop 2, who was even larger than the Ed 209. Who could tank his big gun. So the question is, can he take the Lion Zord? Well, the thing about Ed 209 when you're in RoboCop 2, when you really look at them, and from what I remember, they didn't fire lasers, which theoretically, if they're on the weaker end, or if they're not strong enough, RoboCop can tank them. But they also fire missile barrages, and I don't think RoboCop has tanked missiles, as far as I know. You can let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think that happened. So, yeah, the minute the missiles come out, and if they hit him and ground him, and then they all, and he can't get out of the way, then it's good night Irene on that for RoboCop. The question is, what's the likelihood of that happening, and what is that likelihood more than RoboCop beating Robo Knight? And I would say, given the fact they're both durable robots, mechanical beings, I would say the majority, and it's not by much, would probably go to RoboCop, if I'm going to be honest with myself here. And I say that because RoboCop, and I haven't watched any Power Rangers Megaforce. I imagine that he's durable. Probably not the same level Robo Knight's durable. Probably not to the same level as RoboCop because, of all the things we see him go up against. So and RoboCop would just seen him tank so much more damage. I mean, I can't speak for Robo Knight, but so yeah, I'm gonna just lean slightly just for sheer durability's sake, and having quite an arsenal himself, and honestly more destructive. So yeah, because look at honestly the power. I mean, yeah, and again, if it gets to the Lion Mechazord stage, he's gonna probably beat RoboCop. But it's if he can get there, because if RoboCop can pretty much just take him down beforehand, that's gonna be, and like he can pull out the big guns quick and just fire to blow off the guy's head if you really want to, and his targeting system will allow him to do that too. It probably will only be by the good grace of Robo Knight's programming / training as a 6th Ranger, Power Ranger, that he would be able to possibly avoid that shot. And even then, that's no guarantee. So I'm going to go 55-45 in favor of RoboCop. But that's a close match. This was a close match. Yeah. But let me know if you think differently. If you do, that's cool. Let me know. Ideas for who will win, Star Wars, superhero magic, what ifs, Dragon Ball, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it. So, points, give me. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another Who Would Win, and on Sunday with the final Who Would Win for the week, plus the Monday one. Excuse me, because of the start of the month. And Rick and Morty and box office. Yeah, got those going. Oh, excuse me, man, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Okay. I think I was talking too fast and just taking in too much air. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you folks next time.